Today is a very special day at the Turkish Embassy, and with me the ambassador for Turkey, Kaan Esener. Welcome, and it is a very special day, isn't it?
It is, Tony. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It is a very special day. Exactly this day, 91 years ago, in 1923, the Turkish Parliament proclaimed the Republic. They decided that Turkey should be governed by a republic. It should be a republic because, you know, we arose on the remnants of the Ottoman Empire. It went down after the First World War, and we were invaded by, I think, the whole lot of European powers. And we were able to become victorious after an independence war. And at the end of that war, we said Turkey should not be a sultanate, Turkey should not be a caliphate, Turkey should be just a plain, simple republic that's governed by its people and should have a president, a prime minister, should have a parliament, and the parliament should be the voice of its people. So we take pride in that. On our ID card, our birthday is the 29th of October, 1923.
So many people don't know enough about Turkey.
Right.
And it's very sad. It is not a country when one in South Africa goes to look for one's holidays, one says, oh, we've got to go to Turkey. Now that's sad.
We're trying to change that, Tony.
I think we should. I think the more and more South Africans see of Turkey, the more and more the desire would be to visit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Tony, it's expected because there's a difference of 8,000 kilometers between the two countries. But then we're on the same time zone, and we have a beautiful airline company, Turkish Airlines. I mean, you can fly from Cape Town or Joburg to Istanbul directly. We do a lot, and there's a lot of that Turkey can offer because Turkey, I mean, when you have winter here, of course, you think you have winter here. It's nothing like the winter we have back in our country.
You can ski, can't you?
Yes, of course. We have lots of snow. But then we have summer when you have winter. So, and we have beautiful golf courses. We have the history. We have sea, sand, and sun. We have all the culture, the cuisine, and everything. So it's. I mean, you should come and see it. I mean, South Africans should come and see it and enjoy it.
We need our cultures to mix.
Yeah.
And talking of mixing of cultures, I heard in a speech by the representative of the South African government, the Deputy Minister of Transport, said 2.2 billion rands worth of trade between us?
2.2 billion US dollars.
US dollars?
That's correct. That's correct. And it's very balanced.
22 billion rand.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a lot of money. And that's not the full potential because, you know, your GDP, our GDP, we go way beyond 1 trillion US dollars. Our GDPs when they're together. So we think our aim is to go to $10 billion both ways. And it works because it's a balanced trade figure. I mean, actually, you're on the positive because we get more from you than you get from us. So we say, I mean, I've been trying to convince, and maybe through you, I can appeal to them as well. Yes. I've been trying to convince the South African government that we should have a free trade agreement. We should at least negotiate and find a middle way. I know we have stronger points. Our stronger suits are out there. You have your strong suits, but we can talk.
Do you invite businessmen? Are you actually saying now you are encouraging businessmen to explore Turkey?
Absolutely. I mean, and there's a lot of
Currency-wise?
South African business people who are visiting Turkey. I mean, in November, we're going to have 2 delegations of prominent South African business people who are going to be visiting Turkey and explore investment opportunities. Because I know in the course of last 6-7 months, there were 2 companies who invested heavily in Turkey, and they're reaping the benefits now.
And vice versa, are Turkish companies investing in South Africa?
One of the everybody knows DeFi. In South Africa, DeFi is a household name. It's owned by a Turkish company. It's Arçelik, Beko, owns the company, creates employment for 3,000 plus South Africans. There's this is a big one. I mean, this is like 300 million plus dollars in Durban and East London.
If we're looking at the different areas of trade between the two countries, What areas of trade would you specifically like to encourage between the two countries?
Well, Tony, you're big in. You have a good industry. I mean, it's all very balanced because we produce not competing parts, but complementary. Those stuff that automotive. I mean, we produce spare parts. You produce the cars, actually. So it goes both ways. I mean, we buy a lot of coal from you guys because we, as a country, we spend $60 billion on energy. I mean, we buy oil, we buy gas, we buy coal from outside. So I mean, it's and we buy automotive parts. We buy industrial parts from you guys, and we sell pretty much similar stuff to you. We don't want to sell to South Africa. We want to do joint ventures. So I've been inviting our big companies to come to South Africa and strike joint ventures, and the same goes the other way.
Mr. Ambassador, haven't we reached a stage in the world where everything is marketing?
Yes.
If you're not marketing it, they're not coming and they're not buying.
Exactly.
So is there a strategy for marketing Turkey to South Africa?
Yes. I mean, Turkey is we can say that Turkey is a rising star in the international arena. You see that we're in a neighborhood where a lot happens. Unfortunately, a lot of bad stuff happens as well. Look at Syria, look at Iraq, look at what's happening in Ukraine. Look at all around us. I mean, a lot of awful things are happening. But then it's a land of dynamic people. We work a lot. I mean, Turkish people, they like to work, they like to produce, and we have no other option. I mean, without any energy resources of our own, we just have to produce. So it's a dynamic people where if you struck a partnership with, you have a lot to gain.